a single mother telling women not to choose single motherhood, and it's making women upset. How dare you put down single mothers? You're a single mother. Single mothers don't choose to be single mothers. A lot of y'all do. Single mothers don't glamorize single motherhood. A lot of y'all do. Let me tell you how y'all glamorize single motherhood. You're doing it directly and indirectly. You guys clap women on for doing behaviors that will put them in close proximity to experiencing single motherhood. All of that hypersexual stuff, all of the poor choices in men, they put you in close proximity to being a single mother. Not all single mothers are created equal. There are low energy baby mamas and there are high end single mothers. But let's look at this at the perspective of society. Society looks at divorced women a lot different than they do single mothers. You can see two moms sitting at the park and you can't tell the difference between who was married and who wasn't. But when you start walking closer to these women and you start learning more information about them, you start to see what kind of behaviors that they have. And a lot of women who got married first, they had the self-love and self-discipline to require a specific standard and boundary from men first. A lot of single mothers didn't necessarily love themselves the way they should have when they got pregnant by some of these men. And a lot of us will tell you that. A lot of us will tell you we lowered the standard. That's how we ended up with our children having a deadbeat baby daddy. A lot of these single mothers won't admit it because they have an ego problem. They don't want to admit that they made a poor choice because they don't want to take accountability for it. A lot of women did choose single motherhood simply because of the behaviors that they had that put them in closer proximity to being it. For example, if you meet a man and he has the pattern of creating baby mamas, or he has a trail of ex-wives behind him, it was in this man patterns that showed you he wasn't necessarily going to be the best person to have a child with. A lot of y'all think these men are going to get with you and they're going to be different towards you. Forget how they treated other women. So when you hear like the manosphere say, hey, women are choosing single motherhood, that's what they're talking about. And a lot of women will be like, I was manipulated and I was blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you have to ask yourself as a woman, what the fuck was going on with your vetting process for you to have been easily manipulated so much? Like, women think we are such a prize. We are these amazing, smart, intellectual beings who make more money than men. And we're some prize to be won. But for some reason, any man can easily manipulate us. That doesn't make any sense. And any woman who says that, it's, oh, she's a pick-me. No, it's just logical. It's like, use your head. I'm a single mother. I didn't ask to be a single mother. I didn't want to be a single mother. In my perspective, I was put in a position to where I didn't have a choice. The choice was be a single mom or put a child up for adoption or have an abortion. And it was just like, I had to pick the lesser of two evils here. At the end of the day, it was still an option. It was still a choice. And a lot of women don't want to admit that. So when I say these things, I'm not putting down a single mother, and a lot of times people are extremely sensitive or they lack the comprehension skills necessary to be able to keep up with what I'm saying.